This is the last video for 2023. Walking through the abandoned marble quarries of the mountain, I can't let go of this disheartening spectacle. The damage is so extensive that this marble wasteland is visible from far away, like white wounds on the mountain's body. Today will be the beginning of an experiment focusing on the restoration of such a quarry. For this first stage, I chose a tiny area where only shrubs grow, and thus I will be able to monitor the project better. What is more, I have met very few people up here, so hopefully disturbances will be minimal and maybe just from animals, but that's okay. It's been a month and a half since the last video where I have collected acorns from an oak tree around 2 kilometers from here, and in front of me in this box I have the acorns which I have collected, and it is time to plant them. These acorns were collected on the 16th of November and the total weight is around 1.4 kilos. Given that each acorn weighs on average around 4.5 grams or so, there should be around 300 acorns here. We can observe that the acorns have begun to germinate and it is a perfect time to plant them. I left the acorn caps on and some leaves even, I did not remove them, and they have done very well. You will be wondering why I chose this place, given that there is rock, marble all around us and the amount of soil is very limited. And I will give you two reasons for that. The first being that all of this is an experiment. So even if they live or if they die, it's fine. We are testing things. At this altitude, I see Holm oak growing directly into rock, and I want to test whether they will succeed in this marble quarry too. The second reason, and a very crucial one, is the ambient humidity that can be found in such elevations. I'm at 1000 meters high, which I really hope will help the oaklings survive the first 2 or 3 summers of their life. And finally, it is time to start planting. I will be digging holes of around 5-6 centimeters in depth, and I will be planting 3-4 acorns at a time. So even if one survives of the 4, everything will be fine. Acorns from this species have around 60 to 80% germination rate. I would expect most of them to survive. There are animals around and some will be eaten, or maybe some will not make it into the first summer. I think it is better to plant more in a spot, given that I have so many, instead of trying to plant them individually, which I think is way more time consuming. And all in all, my goal here is to spend 1 hour. Making this video takes a lot longer. The tool of choice for this time being would be a hoe. That was my granddad's and I love using it. Or you could even use one of those. And if you don't have anything, you can just even use your hands or a wooden stick. So let's get on with it. Stone. I am placing the acorns on their side, and if there are any roots, they should be facing downwards. Then I cover again with the material which I have removed. Planting acorns directly into the ground is easy. Digging deep holes to plant oaks grown in containers in such a terrain can be quite consuming a task and, to be honest, exhausting. Sometimes it is even impossible without machinery. There are huge slabs of rock underground. By imitating nature, the oaks that will grow here will have a long and healthy taproot, helping them to find water in the dry months. And I am spacing them around 1 meter apart, so they are not so close. The ones that I just planted, by all chances, will not survive. I have planted them in a very shallow way, and rodents will be able to dig them out and eat them. But as I have said before, I'm doing this whole project not because of humans or carbon sequestration or something other abstract, but for the animals themselves. By expanding the oak land coverage in this area, I am hoping to create food sources for the animals of the mountain, and therefore even if rodents dig them out and eat them, it is New Year's Eve, so it is my gift to them. I hope they enjoy them. Now I will try to replicate the way acorns fall from a tree. I am throwing them into deep and dark crevices in the rocks where they will be kept moist and protected from the sunlight. Here I have planted around 25 acorns in order to explore whether planting in higher density clusters is a better solution. So I'm done for the day. There is heavy fog covering the top of the mountain. Unfortunately, the sunset over the city would not be anything to write home about. Even if 1 or 2 survive, I will be happy. What I am doing is to expand the coverage of this particular species around this area of the mountain, which after all it is its native area. In the reforestation that I am doing further down, you do not usually find this oak species. You will find kermes oak, which is omnipresent even at this altitude, and quercus macrolepis, Mount Tabor oak, but the variety which is most commonly found in Greece. In the following months, I will keep my eyes open for any oak seedlings and I will record them. If there is any success, I will map more potential microsites and I will return in the coming winter with a few thousand acorns in order to kickstart the project. There is lots of work to be done. Be well and see you in the next video.